A law student charged over a military-grade bomb intercepted near the Irish border, a significant security operation affecting both jurisdictions. Good morning, and welcome to the Morning Brief. Today is Saturday, 25th July 2026. I'm Neil, and in the next few minutes I'll take you through the news that matters at home in Ireland, then across to Britain, and out into the wider world. Everything you need to know before the day begins. Ireland. Let's begin here at home, in Ireland. A 25-year-old law student from County Kildare has been charged with possession of explosives following the discovery of Semtex in a car near the border in County Monaghan. The discovery was made during an intelligence-led operation against dissident Republicans, which authorities have described as extremely significant. The student was granted bail despite Gardaí objection, with her defence solicitor claiming she was unaware of the bag's contents. This represents a direct threat to public safety and underscores the ongoing security challenges affecting communities on both sides of the border, with implications for cross-border cooperation between Irish and UK authorities. In other news at home, housekeeping staff at Ireland's largest dementia care facility have announced a 72-hour strike beginning Monday. Members of SIP2 are taking action over failure to regrade and properly pay workers, with the union saying management has not addressed ongoing disputes about recognition of workers' duties. The strike will affect vulnerable elderly patients and the families relying on these care services. The timing comes amid a broader focus on pay and conditions across Ireland's healthcare and care sector. On housing, the median Irish home price has jumped by €23,000 in recent months, with energy-efficient properties commanding a premium of around €100,000 over standard homes. The price rise comes despite falling sales due to a severe shortage of homes on the market, a squeeze that continues to tighten affordability for renters and first-time buyers across the country. And the Revenue Commissioners has recovered nearly €2 million from Help to Buy applicants who failed to declare foreign property. Hundreds of home buyers have been forced to repay grants after authorities discovered undeclared overseas assets, a reminder of strict compliance requirements in the government's housing support scheme. UK. Now, across the Irish Sea to the UK. A heatwave is returning to Britain, with temperatures expected to peak at 35 degrees Celsius in the coming days, though some rain is forecast for the weekend. The country has endured weeks of dry weather, and the new heat surge will intensify pressure on water supplies and agriculture across the region. Weather systems in Britain typically affect Ireland within 24 to 48 hours, so similar high temperatures and drought conditions are likely to follow here, affecting agriculture, water supplies, and public safety across the island. Hundreds of thousands of care workers could be exempted from stricter UK immigration rules, with Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham reportedly considering waiving right to remain requirements for people already working in the sector. The move comes as the UK implements tougher overall immigration policies, creating uncertainty for migrant workers in the care industry. For Ireland, this matters because many Irish nationals work in UK care homes. Changes to UK immigration rules directly affect Irish workers' ability to remain and earn in Britain, impacting both cross-border workforce mobility and Ireland's own healthcare sector's dependency on UK employment opportunities. World. And finally, out into the wider world. A Russian ballistic missile attack on a drone industry event near Kiev has killed 10 people, including defense sector officials. The strike occurred in daytime and coincides with political upheaval after President Zelensky dismissed Defense Minister Mikhailo Fedorov, weakening his political standing at a critical moment for Ukraine's defense capabilities. Here at home, that means Ireland, as part of the EU's unified support for Ukraine, faces direct consequences from instability in Ukrainian leadership. The killing of defence officials and internal political crisis directly affect EU-NATO security strategy and the decisions Ireland must navigate on European security alignment. Tensions have escalated sharply between the United States and Iran in the Persian Gulf, with multiple strikes exchanged. The US has disabled a tanker near the Hormuz Strait, while Iran has condemned US plans to use frozen assets for war damages. Fears of wider regional conflict are growing, with serious implications for global stability. Why does this matter on this side of the Irish Sea? Because any major escalation in the Gulf threatens global oil supplies and shipping routes critical to EU and Irish energy security. It would disrupt Irish imports, drive energy prices higher, and draw NATO allies, with whom Ireland coordinates on security, into potential conflict. Massive wildfires have forced over 220,000 people to evacuate across France and Spain, with blazes merging outside Madrid in what officials are calling the worst fire in the region's history. The World Health Organization has warned that European wildfires have surged by 57% in just 4 years, signalling a deepening climate crisis across the continent. Closer to home, extreme weather patterns in continental Europe often precede similar events in Ireland, and the crisis directly affects Irish tourists and workers caught in evacuation zones across popular holiday destinations like southern France. A reminder that climate instability knows no border. The Trump administration has ordered an investigation into what it calls illegal European Union fines against Google, Apple, Meta, and Amazon, demanding the penalties be entirely reversed. The move signals potential trade escalation between the US and EU over tech regulation and corporate accountability. For anyone in Dublin, Cork, or Galway, the practical impact is significant. Ireland hosts major EU operations for these 4 tech giants, which generates substantial tax revenue and employment across the country. US-EU trade escalation threatens Ireland's role as a European tech hub and could reshape corporate investment decisions affecting thousands of jobs. A lot moving this morning. Security concerns at the border, heat returning to Britain with implications for Ireland, labour disputes in our care sector, and escalating tensions abroad alongside price pressures on housing at home. And that's the morning brief for today. Whatever the day brings, take it steady. I'm Neil. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Until then, look after yourself. A lot moving this morning. Terror threats at home that have been disrupted, water pressures affecting daily life, and tariff wars and regional conflict abroad that could ripple through the Irish economy in the weeks ahead. And that's the morning brief for today. Whatever the day brings, take it steady. I'm Neil. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Until then, look after yourself.